turkey, you're going to need a couple of materials. You're going to need a toilet paper tube roll that's empty. If you're in a pinch and you don't have that, you could also use a paper towel roll either to make a bigger turkey or cut it in two. First, I'm going to show you some examples of the projects, and then we're going to go through how to do it, okay? Here's one example of the turkey using hands that we're tracing. Here's another turkey with colored paper, just with different feathers. And then I went outside and I gathered up some leaves, and I used leaves as feathers. If you don't want to use real leaves because you're going to keep this, then you could also use the fake leaves. That way that you could keep your turkey year after year. Okay, let's get started. First, I'm going to show you how to demonstrate how to use your hands to create the turkey. All right, so I have some colored pieces of construction paper, and what you're going to do is you're going to place your hand on the construction paper, and I borrowed a student to show you how to do this, okay? So you hold your pencil in the hand that you normally hold it in, and you're going to start down here at the bottom, and you're going to take that pencil right along your fingers. You need to make sure that your fingers, you keep them really still, and make sure that your pencil goes right along the edge of your fingers. This is a really important skill that I start teaching in kindergarten, to practice tracing around your hand and then learning how to cut it out, okay? If you trace around it really big, then it looks sort of like you have a monster hand. If you go under your hand, then it sort of looks like you have little witch fingers, okay? So here's the hand, and I'm gonna hold it up because it's a little bit light, okay?
It's really hard to see.
Yeah, it's really light. Okay, I think you can see that now, okay? Now, a little trick that you could do so that when you're cutting out this, you're not cutting so many at a time, is if you want, you could put another piece of construction paper under this, okay? And when you're cutting, you could cut two out at a time, okay? So I'm gonna just show you how to cut this, okay? You would just simply just cut right on your pencil lines, okay? Now, I am able to cut maybe a little faster than you are because I'm a grown-up, okay? But it might take you a little bit of time, and you're gonna have to make those scissors turn, and then you just cut right on those pencil lines. Where it was a little bumpy, I didn't cut the bumps, I just cut it straight, okay? Now, if you want multiple colors of feathers, then you might need to trace your hand again and then continue doing it. And hopefully, as you practice more, your hands will start to look better, okay? And then down here, I'm just gonna curve this around, okay? Like that, okay? So now, I've cut out two feathers at once, okay? So I could use this for my turkey, all right? Now, what I'm also gonna show you, you could continue making other feathers with your hands, or I'm going to show you how you can also make some feathers that look like this, or one of the others. What I did first was I made a little template out of just plain white paper, okay? This is the one I used for the example that I showed you. This is the one that I'm going to use right now, okay? Same thing, I have multiple colors of paper, okay? And we're gonna lay the little template on there, okay? And you need to hold it really still and then trace around it. So take it right along the edge like that, and go all the way around it. Like I said, if you want, after you draw one, then you could put another piece of paper underneath it and sort of cut out two at a time. It's a little like art trick, okay? Instead of tracing one, cutting it out, tracing one, cutting it out. Sometimes if you can cut a couple out at a time, then that's just a little bit of a time saver, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna cut these out, and then I'm gonna actually show you how to make this turkey, okay? So I have my toilet paper tube, here. And what I would probably recommend, all right, just really quick, I'm gonna trace one more. What I'd probably recommend is maybe that you glue the feathers first, okay? So I'm gonna cut this out real quick. You kind of use the same process regarding, doesn't matter if you're using leaves or you're using colored paper, okay? And I probably would just kind of lay the feathers out and then glue them, okay? You can put the colors whichever way you want. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is just kind of glue them, okay? Get my glue here, and I'm gonna lay these out. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on this one. Oops, I think my glue's been closed for a little too long here. Whoops, a little too much. Okay, and I'm gonna have them so that they lay on top of each other, kind of like a little fan shape. Okay, definitely should be using smaller drops of glue. We work on this in school. Okay. Just little drops of glue, like that. Okay. And then you might want to let that dry a little bit, and then what you're going to do is put some glue here, and then you're gonna attach this to your toilet paper tube, okay? And if you're holding it, you just might wanna hold those feathers on there, maybe count to like 10 or 20, that would be good math practice, all right? Now, to add the eyes, you can do different things. If you happen to have little wiggle eyes at home, you could add wiggle eyes. You could always just draw the eyes on using a marker or a crayon, whatever you'd wanna do. When we did the ones with leaves, we added different little tiny leaves. So I think I'm just gonna put some glue on, and I'm just gonna do some wiggle eyes. So I'm gonna put 2 little drops there. Oops. And I'm gonna lay these in the glue. Now I'm gonna show you how to do a beak, okay? So you could just draw a little triangle on a piece of paper like this, okay, and then cut it out and glue it on, okay. So here's my little triangle. I know it's a little hard to see. You can cut that out, but I want to show you how you make a beak that opens, okay. So to take and make a beak that opens, you're going to fold the paper in half like this, okay, and then here is the fold, okay. So on the fold, I'm going to make like a letter V. If you do it wrong, then you just have to just try again. So here's my letter V on the fold, and then you're just gonna cut this out like this, and then you're gonna have a little beak that opens, okay? So you could either put glue on this so that just the top part moves, or if you want, you can put a little bit of glue right here along the edge like this, and glue the beak on so that it looks like his mouth is open, like that, all right? If you'd like to, you can use a little piece of red construction paper and make like the wattle that's right here on this turkey. All right, I'm gonna post the pictures of the turkeys that I've made with this project so that you can do that. Remember, like I said, if you'd like, you could go outside and gather up leaves for the project like I've done here, and use those to glue on your toilet paper tube as well. All right, I hope you have fun with this project. I can't wait to see the turkeys that you've created. Make sure that you upload them to Schoology. All right, until next time, boys and girls.